Hello friends, today we are going to study a MCQ and numericals of chapter number 10, magnetic effect due to electric current. First we are going forward for the MCQs. Let us see first one. A conductor has the three segments, two straight of length L each and semicircular of radius R, and it carries a current I. What is the magnetic field B at point P? Means look here, there are the three segments of the conductor. This is one, and here is another. Both are straight and they carry the current in the same direction. And third one is the semicircular, like H. And we have to calculate the magnetic field at point P. Now look the thing. Suppose we consider first conductor. Look here, first and third conductor are having the same lengths and they carry the same current. But at point P, the current due to first conductor is in this direction towards right, and here current is in this direction. Means the magnetic field due to first conductor is away from it, in this direction supposed to be, towards right. But magnetic field due to third conductor is in opposite direction, in this direction. And both magnetic fields are equal and opposite. So magnetic field due to first conductor is cancelled by magnetic field due to third conductor. Mean resultant magnetic field due to first and third conductor is 0 at point P. So magnetic field is possessed due to semicircular part. And we know that for semicircular part, how we can take it then? This is Biot-Savart law, mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sin of theta, sin 90 is there, that's why sin theta is not necessary, divided by square distance at the center, this point P is. But dl is a segment, semicircular segment. What is it? Total circle is 2 pi r and semicircle is a pi r. So it is a pi r. R gets cancelled, pi gets cancelled, and we get an answer mu naught upon 4 I upon r. This is your answer. Means magnetic field at point P possess only due to semicircular part. Thereafter we go through another multiple choice question. Second one. Figure A and B show 2 ampere loops associated with the conductors carrying a current I. The sense shown in figure, means sense of current is shown. Then in the case A and B will be respectively magnetic induction due to. Means how we can take it? Work done actually. How we can take it? Look here, for first conductor. This is one conductor, and look here, this conductor is passing through the closed loop. And when this conductor is passing through the closed loop, then the magnetic induction over a closed loop due to current carrying conductor is equal to mu naught times total currents. Here total current is I, mu naught is the permeability of free space, and this magnetic induction over a closed loop due to current carrying conductor is given by mu naught I. But look here, the direction of current is in this direction and loop is traced in opposite direction. Here more clear thing, direction of current is in this direction and loop is traced in opposite direction. So we take here minus sign, means current is negative. So minus mu naught I. And thereafter for second conductor, this conductor is passing outside the loop, not inside the loop. So inside the loop, no current is there. So magnetic induction over a closed loop is equal to mu naught into 0. Means 0 is there. So what is your answer then? Minus mu naught I and 0. This is your answer. Simple numerical. It is directly related with Ampere's law. Thereafter we go through another one. A proton enters perpendicular to the uniform magnetic field. Look here, proton enters. Magnetic field be at origin along the positive x-axis, means proton is enter in this direction. Direction of proton means positive charge we considered, means direction of current simply. And velocity v is given in the figure. Then it will follow the following path. The magnetic field is in the paper. Look here, we come across right hand rule. What is our right hand rule? A middle finger indicate the direction of magnetic field which is inside the paper or in the paper in your mobile here. Magnetic field is forefinger denote the direction of magnetic field. It is along the positive x-axis. Middle finger is inward along the positive x-axis. Forefinger is there. Then where your stretched thumb is vertically upwards, means this proton moves in this direction or shifted in this direction when it enters in the magnetic field. Look here, in this direction. So in which direction it shifted? It is going positive x-axis. Means what is your answer then? It will move along a curved path bending towards positive y-axis. Mean when a charged particle enter in the magnetic field, it is exerted by the force. And because of this force, what happens there then? It moves along the curved path, means in this direction it moves and it bends toward the positive y-axis. This is your answer. Now another numerical is same one. A conductor conducting thick copper rod of length 1 meter carrying a current 15 ampere and it is located at the earth equator. And thereafter their magnetic flux lines of the earth magnetic field are horizontal with the field, means at equator magnetic field is always horizontal and it is in which direction? South to north direction, means magnetic field is in this direction. Look here, south to north. And thereafter the magnitude and direction of the force on the rod when it is oriented so that current flows from west to east, means from Mumbai to Kolkata in this direction. Look here, this is a conductor carrying a current in this direction. Say, and this is the direction of magnetic field, both are in the plane. Then where is the force? Then look here, again we go through right hand rule. Indicate the middle finger, indicate the direction of magnetic field. Upward direction means south to north direction. Forefinger denote the direction of current. Then in which direction your thumb comes? Upward direction or towards you. When you are watching, towards you. So what is your answer then? Means upward is a fix. Thereafter we go through magnitude of the magnetic field. Magnitude of the magnetic, mean look here, magnetic field and current are perpendicular. So force is BIL directly. What is magnetic induction? 1.3 into 10 raised to minus 4. Thereafter current is 15 and here 1 meter L is. So 15 into 1.3, 15 into 1.3, it is approximately 19.5. It is 19.5. So which answer should be correct? 20 answer is correct. 20 into 10 raised to minus 4. Mean B or D option should be there. But according to right hand, we discussed then in which direction, not in the paper, outward the paper or outward your mobile. Then in which direction it is? 20 into 10 raised to minus 4 Newton, and in which direction? Towards you, means upward direction. This is your answer. It is based on the right hand rule. Thereafter we go through another one. A charged particle is in motion having an initial velocity v. When it enters into region of uniform magnetic field perpendicular to v. Because of magnetic force, kinetic energy of the particle will remains. Look here, when the charged particle enter in the magnetic field, it is get deviated, but its velocity remains unchanged. So there is no change in the velocity. And we know that kinetic energy is nothing but the half mv square. Mass remains constant, velocity is constant. No doubt, kinetic energy also remains constant. Then A option is there, remains unchanged. Thereafter, we go through certain numericals related with the chapter and which are taken in the your textbook. A piece of straight wire has a mass of the wire is given 20 gram, and length 20 gram means 0.02 kilogram, 20 into 10 raised to minus 3 or 0.02 kilogram. And length is 1 meter, 1 meter length is given. It is to be levitated or suspended, we consider, using a current 1 ampere flow through it and perpendicular to the magnetic field horizontal direction. What must be the magnetic field B? Means it is not falls down. Look here, force due to magnetic field and force due to gravity. Levitated means it is just suspended. It is not comes downward, it not goes upward. So force due to magnetic field and force due to gravitational field means weight, both are balances each other. Or magnetic force due to magnetic field balances its weight. Then how we can take it? Magnetic force equal to gravitational force. Magnetic force is BIL sin theta into gravitational force is a mg. Then how we can take it? B into 1, current is 1 ampere and length is 1 and sin 90 is there. It is because it is perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field conductor. So current is perpendicular to the magnetic field. So we can take here directly 90 degrees there. And here gravitational mass is 0.02 into 9.8. So magnetic field B equals to 0.196 Tesla. This is your answer. So thereafter we go through another numerical. Two wires shown in figure. Look here, parallel wires are there. Only this section we have to study. AB section is there. Connected in series circuit and same amount of current 10 ampere passes through them. Same amount of current and current is flowing in opposite direction. Look here. But in opposite direction. Separation between two wires is 8 millimeter. Mean 8 millimeter separation is there. The length of AB is 22 centimeter. 22 centimeter length is given. Obtain the direction and magnitude of magnetic field due to current in wire 2 on the section AB. Only we considered a section AB of wire 1. Also obtain the magnitude and direction of force on it, wire 1. Meaning here we considered only section of the, not total wire 1, we consider section of the wire 1 and it is AB, it is parallel to wire 2. So we can take current through both wires is I1 equal to I2 equal to I supposed to be, it is 10 ampere. Separation between section AB and wire 2 is 8 millimeter, mean 8 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. And thereafter, here section length of the section AB is 22 centimeter, means 22 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Permeability of free space 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere or Weber per ampere meter. B2 to be calculated. Magnetic induction on wire B due to wire 2 as well as force on 1 due to 2. Then magnetic induction, magnitude and direction. Magnetic field B2 equal to mu naught I2 upon 2 pi d. Then mu naught is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. I2 is 10. 2 pi into 8 into 10 raised to minus 3. So 2 pi gets cancelled. We get direct after calculation minus 3 goes upwards. And here we go through 20 divided by 8. We directly get 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. This is magnetic induction due to wire 2 on wire B. Thereafter, the magnitude of the force on 1 due to 2. How we can take it? Mu naught I1 I2 upon 2 pi d into total length. Force per unit length we get and thereafter multiplied by length. Yes. So you can take here again substituted 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 into 10 into 10, 22 into 10 raised to minus 2 and 2 pi into 8 into 10 raised to minus 3. Or you directly take here, other things are cancelled directly, 22 by 4 only there, into 10 raised to minus 4, 5.5 into 10 raised to minus 4 is the force exerted by 2 on wire 1. And thereafter, unlike currents are there, which type of force is there? Repulsive force is there. Like currents, attractive force, unlike currents, repulsive force. So, this wire B or wire 2 wants wire 1 to move away from it, left away from the wire 2. This is your answer. In which direction? In this direction. In this direction it goes. Repulsive force, because of repulsive force, because of unlike currents. Now we are going forward. Another numerical. A very long straight wire carries a current 5.2 ampere. Long straight wire carrying a current 5.2 ampere. What is the magnitude of magnetic field at distance 3.1 centimeter from the wire? Mean current is given 5.2 ampere. R is given 3.1 centimeter distance. Actually, R is not there, D is distance, but here R is taken by mistake. 3.1 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Now, mu naught is already known. Then magnetic induction or magnetic field due to straight conductor carrying a current is equal to mu naught of I upon 2 pi t. Mu naught is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. Current is 5.2, 2 pi into 3.1 into 10 raised to minus 2. And after calculation we get here 2 pi gets 5.2 means 10.4, 10.4 upon 3.1, 10.4 upon 3.1 means we get here 3.3548, and here minus 2 goes upward, 10 raised to minus 7 minus 2 plus 2 means 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. Now, number 8. Current of equal magnitude flows through two long parallel wires having a separation of 1.35 centimeter. Again, same numerical as previous one. If the force per unit length of each wire is force per unit length is, what must be the current? Same currents are there. I1, I2 equal to I. To be calculated, distance of separation is given 1.35 into centimeter, means 1.35 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. F upon L, force per unit length is given 4.76 into 10 raised to minus 2 Newton per meter. Mu naught is given and I to be calculated. Look here, F upon L, mu naught I1, I2 upon 2 pi d. Or I1 and I2 are same, so you consider I1, I2 equal to I. So you can take directly 4.76 into 10 raised to minus 2 equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 2 into I square. 2 pi 1.35 into 10 raised to minus 2. I square can be taken as 4.76 into 1.35 into 10 raised to 3 upon 2, or taking square root directly I am taking here. I square equal to 32.13 into 10 raised to 2. Thereafter, I square equal to, actually it is I square equal to, and thereafter I equal to directly you can take here 56.68 ampere. This is your final answer. Straight problem is there. Again, similar problem is there for straight conductor. Magnetic field at a distance 2.4 centimeter from a long straight wire, 16 micro Tesla. Micro means minus 6 Tesla. What must be the current? Means distance of separation is given 2.4 centimeter, means 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. B is given 16 micro Tesla, means 16 into 10 raised to minus 6 Tesla. Mu naught is given 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. Current to be calculated. Now B equal to what? Mu naught I upon 2 pi d. B is 16 into 10 raised to minus 6 Mu naught is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. I is 2 pi into 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 2. And after calculation, we get I equal to 1.92 ampere. Current is there. Now, number 10, the magnetic field at the center of the circular current carrying loop of radius 12.3 centimeter is 6.4 into 10 raised to minus 6 Tesla. What will be the magnetic moment or magnetic dipole moment of the loop? Our radius is given 12.3 centimeter means 12.3 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Magnetic field is given, mu naught is given already. You have to calculate the magnetic dipole moment due to circular loop. Then first calculate the magnetic field. We know that magnetic field equal to mu naught of I upon 2R. So current I equal to 2R upon 2RB upon mu naught, or we know that magnetic dipole moment equal to NIA. Here only one loop is there, number of turns is 1. So 1 into I current is there and A is the area of the loop. Area of circular loop is pi r square 2RB upon mu naught. Substituting these values, we get here 2 pi r cube B upon 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. Pi get 2 pi gets cancelled. We get here 12.3 into 10 raised to minus 2 cube into 6.4 into 10 raised to minus 6. B is substituted and 2 into 10 raised to minus 7. And after calculation, taking cube of 12.3 and thereafter calculation, we get 5.954 into 10 raised to minus 2 ampere meter square. This is answer. Interesting problem is there. Thereafter, we go through another numerical. A circular loop of radius 9.7 centimeter carry the current 2.3 ampere. Obtain the magnitude of magnetic field at the center of the loop, similar as previous problem, and a distance 9.7 distance means along the axis point, means such type of axis point is there. You have to calculate the magnetic induction. Center of the loop but on the axis. So R is given 9.7 centimeter, radius of the loop means 9.7 into 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Current is given, mu naught is given. We have to calculate magnetic induction at the center first. Magnetic induction at the magnetic field at the center is mu naught I upon 2R. Mu naught is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 into 2.3 upon 2 into 9.7 into 10 raised to minus. After calculation, we get here 1.49 or nearly 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. This is your answer. Thereafter, along the axis point, quite difficult one is what is the along the axis point? Means suppose here is the axis and here is the magnetic field. This point is there. Then how we can take it? Mu naught I r square upon 2 r square plus z square. Z is the distance raised to 3 by 2. So mu naught I r square 2 r square plus r square, because distance and radius are same. So directly you take r square plus r square. Look the calculation part. Thereafter r square plus r square is 2r square raised to 3 by 2. 3 by 2 into 2 means 2 gets cancelled. So you can take here 2 raised to 3 by 2 and 2 raised to 1. Then 2 raised to 1 into 2 raised to 3 by 2 means 2 raised to 5 by 2. And here r square term gets cancelled. Directly you get here r cube is there. Thereafter mu naught I as it is, r square gets cancelled, only r is remain there. Thereafter 2 raised to 5 by 2 is a square root of 2 raised to 5 is 32 simply. And 32 square means raised to half means square root of 32. Square root of 32 is taken 5.657 r. This numerical is quite difficult, but go in this way, then it gets very easy. Mu naught I, so mu naught is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 and I is 2.3 and thereafter 5.657 into 9.7 into 10 raised to minus 2 R is substituted. And thereafter you make the calculation with the help of log table. It is 0.5268 into 10 raised to minus 5 or 5.268 into 10 raised to minus 5 Tesla. This is your final answer. Means magnetic induction along the axis point. Thereafter we go through numerical number 12. A circular coil of wire is made up of 100 tons, each of radius 8.0 centimeter. If a current of 0.40 ampere passes through it, what will be the magnetic field at the center of the coil? Number of turns are given 100. R is given 8 centimeter, 8 into 10 raised to minus 2. I is given, mu naught is already given, B center to be calculated, mu naught Ni upon 2R. Very straight numerical, substitutions are there, and after calculation you get answer 3.142 into 10 raised to minus 4 Tesla. Thereafter we go through numerical number 14. A moving coil galvanometer has been fitted with a rectangular coil having a 50 tons and dimensions, mean area is given 5 centimeter into 3 centimeter. The radial magnetic field in which a coil is suspended is 0.05 Weber per meter square. Torsional constant of the spring is 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 9 Newton meter per degree. Obtain the current required to be passed through the galvanometer so as produce a deflection of 30 degree. Mean number of turns are given 50. Area is given. Area of the coil 5 centimeter into 3 centimeter mean 15 square centimeter mean 15 into 10 raised to minus 4 square meter. Magnetic induction is given 0.05 Weber per meter square. Torsional constant is given 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 9 Newton meter per degree. Phi is given 30 degree. I to be calculated. So I equal to K phi upon NAB. And substituting values, K is 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 9 into 30 upon 50 into 15 into 10 raised to minus 4 into 0.05, and thereafter after calculation 3 into 10 raised to minus 5 upon 2.5, and after calculation we get a current 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 5 ampere. Thereafter next one, numerical number 15. A solenoid of length pi meter and 5 centimeter in diameter has a winding of 100,000 tons, carries a current 5 ampere. Calculate the magnetic field at the center along the axis. Here length is given, number of turns are given, current is given, mu naught is given, B to be calculated. We know that B equal to mu naught Ni. N mean number of turns per unit length, mean N upon L. And substituting the values, 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7, number of turns are 1000 upon pi. And here current is 5, and directly you get 2 into 10 raised to minus 3 Tesla. A toroid of narrow radius of 10 centimeter has 1000 tons of wire. For a magnetic field 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla along its axis, how much current is required to be passed through the wire? Radius is given, 10 centimeter means 0.1 meter. Number of turns are given, magnetic field is given, current to be calculated. So B equal to mu naught Ni, mu naught N upon 2 pi R. Toroidal coil is there, means such type of coil is there. So what is its area length? 2 pi R. So directly you can take here I equal to 2 pi R B upon mu naught N, and calculations are there. R is given 10 centimeter mean 0.1 meter, 5 number of turns are given, R B magnetic field is given, and substituting we get 25 ampere. This is the current through it. Thereafter another skill oriented numericals are given, theoretical numericals are there. 3 numericals are given in your book only for brilliant and ambitious students, not for ordinary students. These numericals are there. A wire loop form shown in figure carries a current I. Obtain the magnitude and direction of magnetic field. Look here, at point P, due to magnetic field due to this straight portion, 90-degree angle is made by it. And remaining magnetic field due to remaining portion, which makes 270-degree angle, circular part, and here straight part. Two parts are there. So magnetic field at point P is the sum of magnetic field due to two sections, straight section say B1 and curved section say B2. So B1 plus total magnetic induction equal to B1 plus B2. For straight section, we know that mu naught I upon 4 pi r, and here this angle is supposed to be phi. This phi is a 45 angle. Sin phi we take, this distance is there, and here height is h. So you can take directly mu naught I upon 4 pi h to sin phi. And for remaining portion, this is our formula, mu naught I upon 4 pi r, and here angle is theta. But here angle is 90 minus 2 pi. Means you get here 3 pi by 2. Means 2 pi minus pi by 2 means we get here 3 pi by 2. And you know that pi is a 45. So mu naught I upon 4 pi r sin 45 to sin 45 plus mu naught I upon 4 pi r 3 pi by 2. And after calculation you get mu naught I upon 4 pi r 2 plus 3 pi by 2. This is your required answer, quite difficult one. Now we go through another numerical. Two parallel wires going into the plane of the paper. Look here, these wires are going into the plane of the paper. Actually, three-dimensional case is taken here. Now, are separated by a distance r. Separation distance between them is r. Now, carrying a current I each in the same direction. Same direction they carry the current in this direction, in the paper supposed to be. So magnetic, now show that the magnitude of magnetic field at point P equidistant from wires. I mean, look here, this point PE there goes in the paper. So the point E is in the plane of the mobile. So this point P is there. And it is equidistant from here and here. So draw a perpendicular here, then this is r by 2 and here is also r by 2. Equidistant from wires, an angle plane containing is B equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I upon r sin 2 theta. What is the direction of magnetic field? Magnetic field direction to be calculated, as well as you have to show this thing. So let magnetic field due to wire 1 and wire 2 at equidistant point. Now, distance between two wires is r, so half distance is r by 2, and distance of point P is r from both wires because equidistant is there. So, B1 equal to mu naught I upon 2 pi r, straightway, or mu naught I upon pi r cos of theta into the plane of the paper. This cos theta can be taken as, how we can take this cos theta? This is your theta. So, cos theta can be taken at adjacent r by 2 upon hypotenuse r. This is adjacent and this is hypotenuse. So, you can take here I upon r cos of theta, means adjustments are there. Instead of r, you can take here cos theta upon r. Means cos theta is r upon 2r. Instead of it, r is substituted as cos theta upon r. And here 2 is cancelled here. Similarly, B2 can be taken mu naught upon I 2 pi r, or mu naught, here value of r is substituted. What is value of r? R upon 2 cos theta. 2 gets cancelled, you directly get mu naught of pi I upon r cos theta coming out of the plane paper. Now look here, by right hand rule, simply 4 fingers circle around the conductor and thumb stretch into the paper. Then you see that for first conductor it is in inward direction, but for second conductor it is in upward direction, out the paper. You can do it. The resultant magnetic field can be taken as Br equal to B1 cos, due to first one, pi by 2 minus theta, and b2 cos pi by 2 minus theta. We know that cos pi by 2 minus, or you directly take b1 sin theta and b2 sin theta. Directly you can take. Do 2b1 sin theta. b1 is mu naught I upon pi r and it 2 cos of theta sin theta. Adjustments are there. Here value of b1 is substituted. But 2 cos theta sin theta is 2 sin 2 theta, and this is your answer. Good numerical is that. Thereafter we go through another numerical. Figure shows the cylindrical wire of diameter A. Diameter of the wire is given. Current I is given. The current density, which is current density means current upon area. J equal to I upon A. You know it in L1 standard. Which is in the direction of central axis of the wire, varies linearly with radial distance r from the axis according to relation. Means J is given J naught r upon A. R is the radius of the wire, A is the intersection of the, R is the intersection. Means obtain the magnetic field inside the wire at a distance r from the center. Means this r is the inner distance is given. Now, consider Ampere's law. We know that according to Ampere's law, magnetic field inside the wire is integration over a closed loop B dot dl equal to mu naught I. Thereafter, B integration of dl is 2 pi r, because total length of the total circumference is there, 2 pi r. Total length means mu naught I. So you can take, this is your equation number 1 supposed to be. We know that current equal to J into A, mean density, and this density J into A is pi r square because of circle, and differentiating it. So di equal to J 2 pi r dr, differentiating this term. Then you know that J is substituted, J naught r upon A, it is given. So J naught upon A 2 pi r square di. And again take the line integration. Some adjustments are there. I equal to integration of di, which is equal to substituting these values of dl, di, and thereafter J naught upon A 2 pi constant integration of r square dr, limit of integration are 0 to r. Then after integration r cube upon dr, r cube is, and thereafter you get this answer. Substituting this value in equation number 1. So you get here B 2 pi r equal to mu naught J naught upon 3a 2 pi r cube. B equal to mu naught J naught r square upon 3a. Such type of numericals are asked in JEE exams. Quite difficult one. Do the practice of it. Similarly, in above problem, in this problem, what will be the magnetic field inside the wire at a distance r from the center if the current density J is uniform across the cross section? Considering Ampere's loop of radius r, applying Ampere's law, same thing is given, B 2 pi r upon mu naught, but I equal to J or J pi r square, again same thing is there, and thereafter substituting the value, we get here B 2 pi r mu naught J pi r square. J, value of J is not substituted. And thereafter we get directly B equal to mu naught J r upon 2. This is your answer. And this is all about the numericals as per concern to chapter magnetic effect of an electric current. Have a nice day. Thank you.